This video will show you how to add the calendars for the Library Media Center to your Google Calendar, as well as using those calendars to sign up for library time. So you have received 3 emails from me, Stephanie Obrachta, your media specialist, that are sharing 3 different calendars with you. One of them is Library Media Center Other. This is a calendar for you if your class is visiting the library but will not need seating, for instance, if they're just browsing, selecting books, etc., or if you would like the media specialist to come to your classroom for a lesson or a book talk, etc. The second one here says MakerMill. Select this calendar if you would like to reserve the makerspace area. There are 6 high-top tables to accommodate 24 students. There's also an Apple TV and green screen available. This space can be reserved for a variety of reasons, not just makerspace. So if you need to use it for an instructional purpose, presentations, etc., you can definitely use it for that. And the third one is called the Lounge. You can select this calendar if you'd like to reserve the instructional area in the library. There are 7 tables to accommodate 28 students, as well as 4 more comfortable chairs. There's a mobile projector available if needed in this area, and this space can also be reserved for a variety of reasons. So the first thing that you want to do to get these calendars added, in each one, it says click this link to add the calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and click this link for Library Media Center Other, and it's going to open up my calendar, and I can see that it's now been added over here on the left side. You will have to do that for all 3 of the calendars. So the second email where I've shared the MakerMill calendar, you might need to expand that email so you actually see the link to add the calendar. So I click on that one. Again, opens up the calendar, and I can see that the MakerMill is there. And the third one, our Library Media Center Lounge. Again, expand if you need to see the link, and click to add the calendar. So once you've done that for all 3 calendars in your email, on the left side of your Google Calendar, you should see those 3 available, and they should be checked, which means that they are visible and you will be able to have edit access. So now you're ready to go ahead and sign up for time down in the Media Center. So what I typically do, I have my calendar on a week view. I like it where I can see all of my different events very easily. If you need to see it monthly, it kind of spreads it out a little bit more, but it's harder to see the individual events, so I tend to do week. And you can go ahead and navigate and find the date that you would like to reserve the library for. So let's say that we're going to come in on Thursday, August 9th. You can really click anywhere in August 9th, and it's going to bring up a box. For your title, I would prefer that you put your last name, your subject, so this is just a quick example, followed by the grade that you teach and the period that you're going to come in. So I went ahead and just put my name. I chose math as the subject, just as an example, and I'm going to come in for 5th period, and my math class is an 8th grade math class. I really, really, really need you guys to adjust the time on here. So when it's viewed in the calendar, people can see that time is blocked off. So for 8th grade, period 5, I have 11:20 to 12:10. Okay. Now, before you do anything else, make sure that this line, slide this up, slide up. Make sure that this line shows the area of the media center you want to use. So I would like to use the MakerMill. So I click on that drop-down menu and I change it to that calendar. That is extremely important so we know which sign up is for which area, so we don't double book the same place. Next, go ahead and click on more options, and it just opens it up and gives us, well, more options. So again, we can see the name, the subject, the grade, and the period. I can see the correct date, the correct time for period 5 for 8th grade. If you wanted to set up a time that you're coming in every week, you could always go here for changing does not repeat and have it repeat every week. And down here we see that I'm using the Media Center MakerMill. So last and final thing that I would request for you to include is a description. So there are 3 things that I'd like you to provide for this description. Number 1, what you'll be doing with your students. So for instance, say for this visit, students will be selecting books about a famous mathematician. Okay, second thing I would like you to include are the expectations you have for the media specialist. So if you're expecting me to pull things ahead of time, if you're expecting me to assist with creating presentations, if you would like me to assist with using the green screen, I would want you to provide that here. So just as an example, the media specialist will provide a brief overview of a few helpful databases for student research. And then the third piece of information that I would request is if you require any resources or equipment or materials that you'll need to be kind of set up ahead of time. So for instance, this is in the MakerMill. Let's just say that, you know, as a teacher, I'm going to plan on using the Apple TV. Apple TV is there all the time, but in like the instructional area, the media lounge, we have a projector available, but it's not set up all the time. So I would just need to be aware that you're going to need that, and I'll have it set up and ready for you in advance. Depending on what you have here for your description, I will most likely reach out to you either to clarify or maybe offer some additional services that I can help you out with. This is really just kind of giving me an overview, and then we kind of take it from there to make sure that you and myself and our students are prepared for your visit. And then finally, we go ahead up here and we hit save. And we can see that it's now added in here. So everybody else who has access to this calendar can go on and see that this time has been blocked off for the MakerMill. And so they'll know if they'd like to come down at that same time, they'll just have to select a different location in the Media Center. One last thing, if you are just coming for book selection, please have your students bring their iPads. That will just help when they're doing catalog searching. And you do not need to sign up anytime on the calendar if you're sending an individual student down, if you're sending a group of students down without you. You can just use the Hall Pass app and send them without signing up on the calendar. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I look forward to working with you. Thanks.